Unlocking the Akatsuki Ring Secrets. Akatsuki, which can literally be translated to Dawn, was the most iconic group of antagonists that Naruto and his colleagues had to face in the manga and anime. In today's video, we would be unlocking the secrets behind the rings worn by each Akatsuki, what the true purpose of the ring was or could have actually been. And this is mainly because these rings seem to have played a crucial role at the beginning, but they were later cast aside and never mentioned again. Their actual purpose wasn't completely explained. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's begin. History and origin of the Akatsuki rings. The Naruto franchise primarily pulls from mythology and folklore, with practically every facet of the anime reflecting something significant. While some allusions are obvious and overt, such as techniques named after Shinto deities, others are considerably more ambiguous and difficult to discern. The Akatsuki's rings are one such part of the series that exudes mystery. And while their purpose remains unknown, the symbolic nature of these rings make it worthwhile to investigate what they represent. Akatsuki rings are extremely valuable diamonds that demonstrate devotion to Akatsuki. After being recruited, each Akatsuki member receives a one-of-a-kind ring with a kanji and a different hue. Getting an Akatsuki ring is an extremely delicate present since the Akatsuki ring cannot be removed once it is placed on. Orochimaru, a former member of this group, had his arm amputated so that he would no longer be linked to it. The Akatsuki rings and its meanings are always thought of some forgotten concept among the many mysteries of the Naruto universe, and their true meaning locked behind a door Kishimoto had probably forgotten the key to. The Akatsuki rings have deeper meanings than what most viewers of the Naruto series tend to ascribe to them. The exact origin of the rings is quite unknown, but as far as we know, they were given by each member of the Akatsuki when Nagato was leading the organization. The rings indicate that the individual wearing it is a member of the Akatsuki, of course. But these rings do more than that, as they grant each member a specific role depending on the rings they were given. Each ring has a unique appearance and slightly different purposes. All of the rings included Japanese kanji symbols from Chinese mythology. The rings also help the members of Akatsuki in sealing tailed beasts into the Gedo statues. Each member is intended to stand on one of the Gedo statue's fingers, which is the same finger on which they wear the ring. The kanji on each ring was different, and they would appear to indicate that the sealing of the tailed beast was taking place. Due to the chakra link between the rings, they could also be used for communication between the Akatsuki members. Nagato also used the rings to keep tabs on all the members, and it also helped each member to project themselves during meetings. The idea and mystery surrounding the rings were eventually given a backseat by Kishimoto, primarily due to the story moving in a different direction with very little time to focus on this relatively meager concept. At the initial parts of Naruto Shippuden, these rings were depicted to be of high value, with a few members risking their lives to retrieve the rings. The rings themselves may not be of a considerable use anymore, however, their symbolic nature serves as an insight into the Akatsuki's characters. Members of the Akatsuki and their rings. The Akatsuki had a total of 10 members, and they all worked in pairs and are usually paired in a way that their combat skills complement each other. Pain's ring. Pain, once known as Nagato, was the new leader of the Akatsuki after Yahiko died, and he had an especially terrible vendetta towards Konoha. After Nagato lost Yahiko, he assumed the character of Pain, whom Jiraiya mistook for the Sage of the Six Paths, but who had twisted motives and utilizing his skills to bring about global peace. Pain's ring is carved with the kanji rei, which means zero, denoting a beginning point or basis. And his ring has the color purplish gray, which is worn on his right thumb. Yahiko was a founding member of the Akatsuki, therefore it seems fitting that his body be adorned with the word zero, designating him as the originator of the revolution. While the Akatsuki was undoubtedly the result of Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan's combined efforts, Nagato nevertheless saw Yahiko as the organization's single driving force, with the ring acting as a tribute to his beliefs. Konan's ring. A sturdy partner of Yahiko and afterward Nagato, and an important member of the Akatsuki, Konan's capacities to a great extent spin around origami and papercraft, making for an outwardly convincing collection of moves. Konan's primarily goal was peace, and even she was appalled by Nagato's continued use of violence, particularly his decision to use the Shinra Tensei, or Almighty Push, which led to a devastating attack that not only killed Konohagakure but also significantly reduced Nagato's lifespan. She is subsequently killed by Tobi, who tried to take Nagato's Rinnegan eyes. Konan presented herself to the inhabitants of the Hidden Rain as a divine entity, even dubbing herself Lady Angel. As a result, the kanji bya, which means white, is perfectly appropriate for a pure and angelic entity. She wore the ring on her right middle finger. Her whole fighting technique was based on converting herself into white papers, and the ring correctly represented this reality. Hidan String. Hakuzu's brutal new partner was Hidan, who went on to kill Asuma Sarutobi and fight Shikamaru Nara, his protege, fiercely. Hidan took the ring from an anonymous past Akatsuki member, who was additionally Kakuzu's accomplice. Along with Tobi, Hidan was the second newest member of Akatsuki. His unique style of shinobi tactics come from a strange place. The Joshin religion, which Hidan practices, is an occult practice whose rituals effectively gave him immortality. He and Kakuzu left behind an impressive record when they captured the seven-tailed and two-tailed beast for the Akatsuki. The battle between Hidan and Shikamaru would also become one of the series' best episodes. Hidan wore his ring on the left index finger and it was orange. Hidan's ring has the kanji for sun etched on its surface, signifying 3 in Japanese. Because of so many facets of Hidan's life revolve around threes, the number 3 is quite symbolic to him. 3 wavy lines form the emblem of his home village in the land of hot waters, and his infamous scythe also has 3 blades. Nevertheless, the most significant allusion is to Hidan's god Jashin, who is depicted as a triangle enclosed in a circle. Itachi's ring. Itachi, a pivotal figure in the plot of Sasuke's character journey and the man blamed for the Uchiha clan slaughter. He hid several secrets with the ultimate goal of protecting Konoha. However, this resulted in Sasuke harboring a venomous hatred for the older brother, seeing him for a long time as his ultimate goal in life, to exact revenge on his fallen clan members. Itachi is a popular favorite when paired with Kisame, and his abilities, which are elusive, crowd-based genjutsu, are nothing short of legendary. Finally, he tells Sasuke the truth about his clan treason and dies, embracing the younger brother as an equal. Itachi's ring has the word Shu, which represents the color red, and it is worn by him on his right ring finger. This hue has numerous meanings in Itachi's life, whether it represents his brutal background of massacring his whole kin in cold blood, or it refers to his famous Sharingan. However, the crimson hue may also represent Itachi's bravery and sacrifice, which compelled him to abandon his whole tribe in order to preserve the hidden leaf. Sasori and Tobi's ring. Sasori was the first Akatsuki member to be defeated and killed off. He was a ruthless puppet master shinobi whose mechanical creations and lethal efficiency gave him the title Sasori of the Red Sand. Tobi was initially introduced to us as a brand new member of the Akatsuki that was used to replace Sasori. Although he had an enigmatic and most childish but particular demeanor, this was all a facade as he was the one who brought the final and biggest arc of the Fourth Great Ninja War. The ring was once owned by Sasori and was passed down to Tobi following his death. The ring was worn on the left thumb of both Sasori and Tobi. The kanji word Yoku, which means jeweled sphere, is inscribed onto the ring. The name, however, has a dual meaning because it also signifies the jeweled general in shogi, the Japanese version of chess. The first meaning of the phrase represents Sasori's fixation with perpetual youth and beauty, since he transformed himself into a living puppet in order to remain youthful indefinitely. Tobi or Obito was the ultimate brain behind the Akatsuki, influencing every other member of the group as his pawns. Orochimaru's ring. Orochimaru wore his ring on his little left finger, and this ring contains the kanji for ku, which means sky, empty, or void. The character of Orochimaru is impacted in distinct ways by each of the 3 meanings. Orochimaru is a snake-like being, which means he could never reach the sky. And Sasuke makes the analogy that a snake can only fly when caught in the talons of a hawk. Orochimaru's attitude is described as void, as he believed that his brief life had no significance. As a result, he set out to create his own version of an immortal yet meaningful life. Due to the fact that he left the Akatsuki without ever returning his ring, empty may represent his position within the organization. His position in the Akatsuki was forever vacant because his ring could never be given to a new member. Zetsu's ring. The letter Gai on Zetsu's ring could either mean pig or boar. Both animals are well known for their gluttony and insatiable appetite. In a similar way, Zetsu could be seen as someone who could attach himself to other people and steal their chakra, rendering them lifeless. Zetsu wore his ring on his right little finger. Kisame's ring. Kisame was a former member of the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist, which was a deadly shinobi group. One of their members was Zabuza Momochi. Kisame was partnered with Itachi. His signature weapon was the Samehada. He replaced Juzo Biwa in the Akatsuki group. Juzo Biwa was also a former member of the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist. He wore his ring on his left ring finger and the color is yellow. The letter etched on the ring is Nan, which means south. Deidara's ring. Deidara was the youngest member of the Akatsuki with devastating abilities thanks to his clay-based explosives, which is powered by his explosion release Kekkei Genkai. Deidara's ego later proved to be his downfall when he attempted to kill Sasuke with his last resort, which was making his whole body into an explosive. His suicide was a wasted effort as Sasuke escaped. The letter Sho was etched on his ring, and he wore his ring on his right index finger, and the color of his ring is steel. Each Akatsuki ring had what they represented, and having unlocked the secrets of the ring, do let us know what you think about them. Thank you for watching.